So here's a quick, entertaining one that perfectly demonstrates how different men and women are with regards to someone's past. For the guys, her past matters. In fact, her past is everything. For a gal, it's the opposite. His future matters. In fact, his future is everything. But in this story here, you're going to see this gal finds out that her husband had, you know what, with over 100 women that he put on video. She found videos of 100 different women. But here's the deal. While she's not happy about that, she's more upset about other things. That she wonders, did he ever cheat on her? Because she was a virgin when they got together. And it leads to this whole thing here. Doesn't care so much about the videos, but cares about, what was going on right now. Title: I, a 26-year-old female, just found out that my husband, a 35-year-old male, had made sex tapes with over 100 women. She says, my husband slept with over 100 women and is making me doubt him. I guess more than anything, I'm shocked and hurt. I met my husband 2 years ago, and until that point, we got married 3 months ago, and we were long distance. When we met, I was a virgin, and I made him wait until we got married. I asked about his number, and he refused to say, and I asked if it was more than 5, and he said, I mean a little more. So, interesting that the Chad, who's had videos over 100 women, which means he obviously had more women, he got himself a woman that's not only nearly a decade younger than him, but also a virgin. This is like every Chad's dream come true. But again, she's just more worried that he cheated on her when she made him wait, because she wanted to wait till we were married, and probably he was cheating on her. But the point is, she doesn't care so much about the videos and the 100 women. It's more, did he cheat on me when we were, you see what I mean? Because it's about social proof. When lots and lots of gals like a guy, if that girl gets that guy, they're like, hey, I got the prize all the women are fighting over. Everybody knew that guy in high school or college that all the girls hooked up with. And they all knew it. They just all wanted a piece of him. They didn't care that he was a man, W-H-O-R-E. But if it was the opposite, no guy would ever want to have her as a relationship. That would not be a prize. It's just how we are. She says, well, yesterday my phone was down and he gave me his old iPad for the day, and I was going through it, and I see sex tapes, hundreds of them with all different women. So hundreds of different women, or just the same women sometimes? Without exaggerating, there is over 100 women that he made tapes with multiple times. Okay. I didn't look at it, though. But honestly, it left me very heartbroken, wondering if he ever cheated, knowing half of our 2 years of dating, we were apart. So, putting aside the whole they rushed to get married and all that, and she didn't really get to know him, right here, she's heartbroken, but it's more about, was he cheating on me? Not the 100 different women. He never intended for me to find these tapes, and I don't plan to confront him about it. It just stings, and I don't even know how to move forward. If a guy found proof that his girl had made over 100 videos with over 100 different dudes, believe me, it wouldn't just sting a guy. That would be an absolute deal breaker. But for her, I'm more concerned about other things. And there's another thing. And I just find it insane that that guy has slept with every woman, felt the need to marry the virgin like that. Like what? Surely he had plenty of opportunities that would have made more sense. Because to him, that was the ultimate prize. Almost a decade younger and a virgin, that's his dream come true, And the interesting thing is, science has proven with regards to the gals, a gal can have relations with only so many guys before it's impossible to pair bond again. A lot of people don't like this, but it's the truth. But you could also have guys that have hooked up with many a gals, and when he's done, can have that gal that he loves and never ever hook up with somebody else again. But it doesn't go the same way with the gals, and a lot of people lose their shit over that, but there is truth to that. She says, I know he loves me, but now I'm insecure and thinking, well, why me? I guess some other things that are really fueling these insecurities are, when we met, I knew he had an ex-fiancée who he broke up with 10 years prior and claimed to have not been in contact with her ever since. Well, it turns out she moved to a different state and he was still buying airplane tickets to go and smash her until a week before we met. He also stressed out how unkosher it is to be friends with ex's family. Well, apparently he is still friends with all her family. Texts them regularly. Calls to wish her nieces and nephews happy birthday. Goes out with her brother every couple of months. So, do as I say, not as I do. My ex's brother texted me the other day asking for work advice a few days ago, and my husband was absolutely outraged and asked me to block him and not respond. I did, and then I asked him if he was in contact with any of his ex's family, even though I already knew he was, and he was clear about him respecting me too much and knowing better than to do such a thing. So he's a hypocrite, and he's a liar, and has hid his past and all that. I also know that our sex has been far away from great. I mean, we failed for a while, and now it lasts like a minute at best because I'm simply too tight. So is he constantly fantasizing about other women? All this is just so overwhelming, and he has me throwing up and shaking. I just don't know what to believe when this man seems like the sweetest, most lovable human, and I really, really believe that he loves me and is faithful, but it's just so much to process, and why even lie to me, and why not just be honest? Well, because the guy wanted to rope you in, that's why. He wanted to get his prize, what he perceived as a prize. She says, I'm not sure if this is relevant information, but we met during the 2 weeks he was traveling for work and spoke for hours on the phone every day. Then he came and took me on a date and then proposed on the second date. Smack! Proposed on the second date. But again, he found, probably this young, early 20s virgin, and he's thinking, yes, I got the prize. And he was probably cheating on her when they were, courting, engaged. Maybe I'm wrong, but the odds are he probably was. Eventually, a month later of going on daily dates, I said yes. He tried to convince me to marry him every day until finally I did 3 months ago. That was 23 months after we met. And she says an update about the tapes. The iPad is old, and all the tapes are from before we met. Knowing him, he doesn't know that his iCloud backed them up. Also, it's so clear that everyone has consented. The girls talk to the camera, and they change angles. So she did start watching the videos. She wanted to see where her competition was. So what I would say to her is this: if he obviously misrepresented himself, and he's being a hypocrite and all that, you got plenty of grounds to walk away. It's just not who you thought he was. But I'll tell you one thing, guys, she ain't going to do it. I can tell you right now, she's not going to do that, because at the end of the day, look at all those women. They're willing to film themselves and do all that. She knows she got herself the prize. What will happen is she could just have a heart-to-heart to him. She'll cry. She'll tell him what's upsetting her. He'll promise the world, and she'll stay with him. Because at the end of the day, I got the prize that all the gals were fighting over and hooking up with. Unless, she found out that maybe he was actually paying them. And that doesn't sound like it was. But anyhow, it's just very interesting, the difference between the two of us. Guys, we care about her past. That's everything. That means everything. For the gals, it's all about the future, and also getting the guy that's considered to be the prize, the social proof. And again, we've all known that guy, whether we liked him or not, that in high school or college hooked up with every girl, and they all knew it. This guy I knew, I was friends with him in junior high. This Italian guy, really cool guy. He wasn't like a jerk or anything. It's just he was exceptionally good looking, dressed very well. Everybody liked him, and every girl had to have a piece of him. That dude, I don't know how he even could walk, because he was hooking up with that many girls all the time. It was girls from all different groups, from the in-crowd popular girls, cheerleader types, to just people of different social castes, if you will, in high school, because you have different. That really is like a caste system in freaking high school. I'm not dissing my Indian brothers out there, but you know what I'm talking about here, and it's crazy. But they didn't care. They just wanted a piece of him, and it's just like this situation here. So she'll probably stay with him, but I guarantee if there was something else going on, then it'd be a different ballgame. Anyhow, can't make this up.